KVRT13. This is Zone 47 Broadcast Control. With Marv, Void Mart Customer Engagement Liaison number 47. October, Weather and Weekly Warnings. And Smiley, Regulatory Compliance. This is KVRT13 News. Now Marv.
The Midnight Beta, Broken Add-ons and the Housing Bubble. Good evening, shoppers. This is Void Mart Customer Engagement Liaison, number 47. You can call me Marv. Everyone else does, usually right before something explodes. Midnight moves in. Housing Early Access. First up, Housing Early Access. Again, Blizzard has discovered a brand new innovation in game design. Real estate ads. Stake your claim with Housing Early Access and come home December 2nd. Translation: if you gave them money for midnight, you may now stand in line for the privilege of owning a very small box in a heavily moderated neighborhood. Got midnight? Congratulations! You get a quest, a tutorial, and a chance to compete with 12,000 paladins for the same 3 beachfront plots. New player? You finish the little boat tutorial, and then they offer you 2 paths. Continue learning how to play the game, or learn how to arrange furniture. No midnight. You're allowed to visit the nice neighborhoods, touch nothing, and go home with a brochure. They promise over 600 decor items, filters by style, culture, expansion, and a big shiny housing dashboard so you can sort your empty wish list by how much you can't afford. And yes, your house levels up now. Because when you said I want character progression, they heard I want my walls to ding. The Warning and Midnight Beta. Alongside the housing sales pitch, we get The Warning. Prologue. Content. December 2nd. Zalatath looming. Quel'Thalas in trouble. Verisa has visions. The sun is upset. Usual Tuesday. You log in, click Visions of a Shadowed Sun in your adventure guide, and the game quietly informs you that the future is void-flavored and structurally unsound. That's fine. You weren't using the planet anyway. And for those of you who enjoy paying to QA their hobbies, the Midnight Beta is now live. All zones unlocked. New dungeons, new delves, new PvP mess. New Haranir race, new Devourer Demon Hunter spec, housing hooks, Journeys tab, Apex talents, more systems than you have free keybinds. If you pre-purchase the Epic Edition, you get in. If you didn't, you can still opt in and pray to the invite gods. You know the drill by now. They say beta. They mean focus group with a download bar. Add-on disarmament, the riot in progress. Now the fun part, combat philosophy and add-on disarmament in Midnight. Ion finally sat down and wrote the breakup letter to your UI mods. It's long, it's careful, it's reasonable, and it has about 1,200 comments worth of screaming attached to it. The gist? Add-ons can still draw pretty boxes. They just can't think inside them anymore. Combat state is now treated as a secret value. Add-ons can show the bar, resize the bar, recolor the bar, but they can't know precisely what's on it in real time to do the thinking for you. No more rotation scripts deciding which button you press. No more boss mods solving the mechanic before your brain gets an alert. No more download this or you're griefing the group as mandatory policy. In theory. In practice, forums are split between. Finally, I can play the game without an Excel sheet. And you have personally murdered my entire UI and I'm unsubscribing twice. Blizzard's answer is, don't worry, we're adding built-in tools instead. Assisted highlight and 1-button rotations for accessibility. A new boss warning UI. Server-validated damage meters coming later. Better raid frames, better combat audio alerts, more base kit support. They promise to tune fights around human reaction time again, instead of around whatever robot you installed last patch. Will it work? We'll see. But I will say this, Race 2 World First just got a lot more interesting. You're about to watch 20 people race blindfolded through a minefield with only half their usual whispering goblins telling them where to stand. From a corporate spectacle standpoint, 10 out of 10 would sell ad space on the wipe screens. Spam, sweatsuits, and sports. Of course, none of this is complete without the weekly ad blast disguised as a recap. This week's WoW weekly post: Midnight Beta, The Warning, Housing, Combat Philosophy, Twitch Drops, Esports. Or as one commenter politely put it, these posts are getting obnoxious. They're not wrong. At this point, the front page is less news and more previous articles, but louder. Still, a few items worth noting. Twitch drop, Violet Sweatsuit. Watch 4 hours of World of Warcraft on Twitch for the privilege of receiving an aggressively purple tracksuit that makes your orc look like they're late for leg day at a strip mall gym. A WC and MDI Grand Finals. Arena World Championship, November 14th to 16th. Mythic Dungeon International, November 21st to 23rd. You can watch the best players in the world fight both each other and the coming add-on purge in real time. If you hear a faint, high-pitched screaming noise during those streams, that's just weak auras realizing what century it lives in. 21st anniversary. Cake without a party. Next, Blizzard would like you to know that World of Warcraft is 21. There's an anniversary event running from November 16th to December 7th. Portals to Caverns of Time. XP and rep buff that can stack up to 75% if you juggle all the right systems. Currency, vendors, the usual time-warped badges. Headline reward. A recolored Loyal Watchman armor set that looks suspiciously like something you already own, but slightly more washed. Players get some World Boss gear, some nostalgia, a nice buff, and a general feeling of, that's it? At 21, this game could legally drink. Instead, it showed up to its own party with recycled loot and a paper hat. Mists. Classic. The Thunder King remembered. Meanwhile, over in Mists of Pandaria, classic, someone remembered how to throw an actual content patch. The Thunder King hits on December 9th. 2 new zones, Isle of Thunder and Isle of Giants. Thunder Forging gear upgrade system. New legendary chapter with Rathion. 2 world bosses, Undasta and Naylak. Throne of Thunder, raid with 12 bosses, plus surprise Radin, for those of you who enjoy being hit by lightning and disappointment at the same time. Challenge modes get a new platinum tier, with titles like The Mistwalker, Mistborn, Heir to the Mist, plus new mounts and platinum coins for transmog and toys. They even remembered battle pets, rare drops, and a farm upgrade. It's almost nostalgic watching them re-release an era where content cadence meant content, and not just another technical blog about currencies. Hotfix ticker. And finally, your hotfixes. Druids in flight form are allowed to go fast again. The Union has declared victory. Legion Remix had a laundry list of bugs squashed, hidden appearances unbroken, quest lines unstuck, class mount chains duct taped back together, artifact whispers restored. Mists of Pandaria. Classic corrected Death Knight, Shaman, and Warlock weirdness, and fixed an achievement so you can go back to chasing titles instead of bugs. In other words, they found more fires, they sprayed more foam, and the building is still technically open for business. This has been Void News, broadcast on a secure corporate frequency from somewhere slightly underneath your housing plot. Midnight is marching forward. The add-ons are losing their teeth. The marketing copy is evolving faster than the game systems. Remember, if you feel overwhelmed, confused, or vaguely exploited, that means the product is working as intended. This is Marv, Void Mart, Customer Engagement Liaison, number 47, reminding you, do not automate your choices. Do not believe the brochure. Do not shop without us. Now for October to tell you how she's feeling today.
Thank you, Marv. This is October with your weather and warnings for Zone 47. Weather. Snow in the system. Outside the glass, it's sitting around 35 degrees. Too cold to be kind, too warm to commit. Across the continent, the snow is already falling. In the mountains, in the empty parking lots, on rooftops that don't belong to you. For Stormwind and the Eastern Kingdoms, expect patches of ash and snowfall drifting in from unregistered rifts, intermittent white noise flurries along major roads, and a persistent feeling that it should be snowing where you are. But the sky is buffering. Here in Zone 47, your 7-day forecast is low clouds, high interference, 0 confirmed snowfall. If you are wishing for snow, the system has logged your request. If the wish is approved, you'll be notified by the sudden appearance of footsteps in fresh drifts you don't remember walking through. Here is your programming lineup for the week on Dead Channel Station. Monday, no scheduled transmission. The tape deck stays empty, but if you hear something speaking under the static, please do not write it down. Tuesday, project. Backfeed Battle Pet segment. Archived footage pulled from the sewer of old uploads and rebroadcast for your inspection. Something small, hungry, and statistically unsafe will be cooked, cleaned, and repackaged as content. Do not attempt these recipes at home. Void Mart will not cover the cleanup. Wednesday, unused airtime. If another show bleeds onto this day, it was not approved by management. Treat Wednesday sightings as anomaly reports. Thursday, void news. Marv returns to discuss midnight add-ons, housing, and the mounting cost of pretending this is fine. Weather and warnings will follow as usual, assuming the broadcast remains intact. Friday, no official broadcast. Unofficial broadcasts may still occur. If you receive programming on this day, you're not supposed to. Saturday, CCTV Zone 47, unauthorized security footage from the quiet corners of Azeroth. No narration, no commentary, no reassurance, just the camera, the room, and whatever walks through frame after you've convinced yourself nothing will. Sunday, the system rests. The signal does not. Warnings, earworms and other contaminants. Now your warnings for the week. Warning 1. Ongoing signal infection. A localized infection has been detected in the auditory subsystem. Symptom profile includes persistent pressure behind the signal, distorted sound in one or both channels, and 0 measurable response to prescribed patches. Antibiotics have been applied. The static remains unimpressed. If you experience ringing in the ears, phantom voices between zones, or the sensation that something has climbed in and refuses to leave, please assume one of the following. It's an ear infection, it's the broadcast trying to root deeper, or both. Do not pour home remedies into your ears. Do not just ignore it. The infection does not care about your schedule. Seek a qualified healer, a licensed physician, or the loudest possible second opinion you can obtain. The station does not consider suffering through it an approved treatment plan. Your body is not optional. We need you in one piece to keep watching. Warning 2, weather of the mind. Prolonged grey skies, no snow, and ongoing pain may result in decreased motivation, increased scrolling, and a strong desire to uninstall reality. If you find yourself staring at the screen, not working, not resting, just buffering, you're advised to drink something warm that isn't just caffeine, eat actual food, and pick one single small thing to complete, even if it's just press upload. The storm passes easier when the hands keep moving. This has been October, your weather and warnings girl for KVRT13, Zone 47. Bundle up, take the pills, don't let the infection write the script. We'll keep watching the skies. You keep listening for the change in the static.